In this segment, the two take a look at the growing Republican field for president and debate if anyone can win the nomination that's not named Trump. Here's Stephanie.
But do you see any reasonable chance at this moment that your party is going to come back to any sense of sanity?
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
No, there isn't. Which gets to the second point, which is the political point. I stay in because it pisses them off. because the easiest thing to do is leave, right? They want that. They want me and Liz Cheney and others to be excised from the party. The longer you stay, the more you hold up the mirror to show them that Dorian Gray image of what they've become. I think it's valuable. So when that point does come and it breaks, then you can walk out. I can walk out with clean hands and say, all right, MFer, I tried. Yeah. I did everything I could. All right. So you bitches are on your own. Okay. That's how this works.
See, this is why I fall in love with you every time, even though you tell me you're the scorpion that's going to sting me when we get to the other side of the Trump River. I saved a tweet for you, though, because I got to say, how does this reconcile with any kind of small government party that Joe tweets? Republicans want to control what clothes you wear, what books you read, what history you can learn, what medication you can take, what words you can say, what gender you are, who you can love or marry, what you can or cannot do with your own body. I mean, what?
So we have become, Stephanie, the thing that we always railed against. We have become the very thing. I mean, it is the quintessential moment of projection where all those things that we said about others, doing to us, right? Making these claims that, they want to take away our freedoms. They want to take away our liberties. They want to take away our rights. Well, you just went through the checklist of things that the party has done in the last 7 years and continues to do. And so there is no expectation, by me or any others, I would say, that they're just going to wake up tomorrow, have a V8, and decide, oh, shit, we were wrong.
Oh, can't say that. Wow, you filthy. You're working blue, Michael Steele.
Right.
You can't say that on my little family radio show. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I take that out.
Okay.
Can I say a
too
nasty
late.
word?
Yeah, okay.
We'll fix it in post.
But you can't sit there and think that somehow it's all going to correct itself in a matter of days, weeks, or even years. This infection is now in the bone marrow of the party, and you won't be able to get it out, and so it has to go through the natural processes of dying, I think. And the question becomes, because we believe that we need a viable political system. Mm-hmm. I'm not sitting there going, all D's all the time. Hell no, right? That's not the plan. So you want to create a space or lane in which something else grows ideologically, politically, philosophically, that challenges the system, that represents the array of points of view out there along the political spectrum. And you have an opportunity, whether that's in the form of a New Jack Republican Party, or if it's an earlier vintage that's reemerges, whatever it happens to be, something else is going to come from this stuff.
Michael, I'm trying to imagine what my dad would have thought of serving in Congress with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. And, as you tweeted, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, J6 insurrectionists sitting in a D.C. jail are where they belong. They're not patriots. They're not political prisoners. More performative BS sanctioned by Speaker McCarthy. That's what's become of your party. I mean, the fact that they're still wearing, AR-15 lapel pins around, even after Nashville. I have to ask you, you tweeted, every president since Clinton, every last one has had to stand before the country after the killing of innocents to speak to a tragedy we won't do anything about. Today, thoughts and prayers. Again, tomorrow, nothing changes as usual. But you got Republicans now, Michael, saying, we're not going to fix this. Oh, we've done all we can do. That's it. Guns are the number one killer of children, and that's it. We're not going to fix it.
And let's expand that thought, Stephanie, because they have done all that they are going to do to fix the problem, which is nothing. All right, do nothing. But then on the flip side of that, they're expanding the space into which more children will be killed. Because now in some states, they've allowed, I think it's maybe Idaho or Montana, one of the states have now said that children of any age, can carry a firearm without any repercussions, except for when the kid goes to school and gets pissed off at a classmate and decides to shoot him and 3 or 4 other people. So this is they're creating an environment. I look at it this way. You have a situation where it's so out of control that they give in to the thing that they've created. In other words, we can't fix it. We don't know. We just, this was a thought experiment that's suddenly now gone bad, right? Mm-hmm. And they don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to extricate themselves from it because they don't want to be embarrassed by.
And this is where Michael Steele,
by saying, "Oh yeah, we were wrong."
Michael Steele, this is where I would pull you gently into the light. And if I lived in D.C., I would work my charms on you every single day until you came fully to the light, to the Democratic Party, because both sides do not do it. It is because of the Republican Party we don't have sensible gun legislation. And as you know, the polling, that's what you did for the longest time. The polling is all on our side on these issues. And it's the Republican Party that have gotten so extreme. Why, Michael, for instance, do we have to say it's impossible to get an assault weapons ban?
But you've got, for every Republican you want to scream at, you've got a Joe Manchin who's on the Democratic side, who's not one of them. Kirsten Sinema.
Oh please, she's not a Democrat anymore.
Well, but I'm just saying, back in the day when the Democrats had control of the White House, the Congress, and the Senate, give me the legislation they promoted to the country, even if they knew it was going to lose, to reform the system. I don't recall the Clinton bill. I don't recall the Obama bill, and I don't recall the Biden bill.
It's under George W. Bush that the assault weapons ban expired, and we have the statistics on that, on how, what is it, 250%? Mass shootings have gone up since we let that expire. We have the stats from UK and Scotland.
I got that, but you've also had Democrats in charge of the Congress, the House, the Senate, and the White House. And nothing's gotten done either. My point is, and it's easy for both of us to sit here and blame the Republicans, and there's a lot to put at their doorstep, right? But
all of it, almost all of it.
They just got the majority back, and it's only a 4-seat majority in the House.
Yeah.
Right? Nancy Pelosi had the majority, a 4-seat majority, and worked miracles, but I didn't see the gun legislation proposal. And, so as a number of congressmen have said on MSNBC, on my air, both Democrats and Republicans, if anybody's serious about it, then petition the bill to the floor. It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
You got the bill, you can put it on the floor. There's nothing to stop you from the process. Everyone acts like they're so handcuffed by the system, but they're the one who writes the rules for the system.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I'm not going to, I'll take all the heat for Republicans on this issue because we've been complete, jerks about this and seemingly don't care about kids being killed. Having said that, I'll also say, as citizens, we have a responsibility to unelect these people.
Yeah.
And to if this is an issue that is more important to us than any other issue.
And I think the more Maxwell Frosts we get in, and Jamal Bowman's and people that a lot of these people were in the lockdown generation. Yeah.
90-some% of the Congress got reelected last year. So I mean, you have a chance to sort of turn these people out. Look, Stephanie, the country gave power back to the Republicans who fomented insurrection. So what does that tell you? Is that a Republican problem or is that an American people problem?
Yeah.